Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Utah Utes offense is on the field for the first time today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
To the air, it's Dampier. Got his man. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Holds and fires complete to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Utes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. So Nebraska's offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The handoff to Johnson. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Find some fresh air. That's a fumble. Bounced right back to them.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Heaves it on the run. Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And you can see the defensive coordinator so upset after that play because everybody on his side is thinking it's going to be a run on 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the 50, but You need guys in the back end to just step up in that situation. If they throw the football, someone's got to make a play. You couldn't get it done, and now you've got 1st and goal in your own end.
The Cornhuskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Most offensive schemes are predicated on 1st down productivity. That will not go down as a productive 1st down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Finds a little space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
The Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Barney. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Line getting set on second down. The give to the left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
7, Utah, 0.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hunter. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunter. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Fires complete on the crosser. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after he got popped out.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Utes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Powers through. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got a man. It's Clemens. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the 1st down marker is. I got to get a big gain. Got to get that 1st down. Nice job. Great nose for the 1st down.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Utes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Utes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. The handoff as they run the counter play here. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Quick with the spin move. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front 7, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utes!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it." And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Creates a little room. Corralled and brought down by the defense. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. The Huskers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Coverage team gets their job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They're going to ride this running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Dampier. A little release to the back. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the tailback.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Cornhuskers are facing 3rd and inches. Dropping back, it's Raiola. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bentley. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a 1st down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pressure coming. Bought a little time, lets it go. They'll immediately call timeout. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Gets it out fast, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Throws to the tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. The lead now 6 here in the second. Late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
The Utes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside the spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. He'll keep it himself. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down to the slot.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Caught over the middle, it's Barney. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll pull it on the read. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
To the air, it's Raiola. This time it's complete. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead is down to a field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. To the air, it's Dampier. Here's a heat. Finds a man on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Bentley. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the back. Running back searching for a hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Parker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. To the air, it's Dampier. Looking to scramble. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Davis. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The Utes come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these 1st downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
And the Utes with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Davis. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Takes the handoff. It's Parker. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
The Utes pounded the rock to move the Sticks, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. It's complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
First and goal
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Back to pass. It's Dampier. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So the 16-play drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ives. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Key. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, they'll make those contested catches.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. It's a draw. Picks up the first down. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Plucks it out of the air. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Husker!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined. When the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, if they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
We'll send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. It's complete on the right side. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
I love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. You know the defense is expecting you to run the football, and you just did it the previous play. So on that 3rd down, you dial up the play action to keep the chains moving.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Scanning the field, it's Dampier trying to set up the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Second down coming up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run it from the gun. Spins away from the defense. At the 40, there he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw, it's Dampier. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle, it's Bentley. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Utes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barney. And the returner will be dragged down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback on the keeper. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a grab past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup for 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And the Huskers are flying down the field. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Hunter. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Utes will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass, it's Raiola. The quick out. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Grab near the marker is Hunter. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Sends it back in motion. And back to the air on second down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. A minute and a half to go, and to have a chance, they have to recover this onside kick.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
They'll go with a direct snap. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Look out, he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.